Hey everybody, welcome to another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new album by Soulfly, their 13th record, Chama. So this is a new record following Totem, the 2022 release. The first Soulfly album I've listened to in a while, since I haven't really quite gone into them since Dark Ages, so it's been quite a bit of a hiatus for Soulfly. But I just remember Totem kind of being this. It sounds like Soulfly. It is technically what Soulfly is, but they don't really reinvent the wheel or do anything extraordinary that makes people really want to come back to it. Soulfly is just a band that kind of releases the music that fans once loved and want to see if those fans will still stick around for the same thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Breaking Benjamin does this quite a lot, and still a lot of people tune into them. Metallica's most known for doing a very similar album, especially the later periods, so some bands just don't really change their sound much, and as long as they still have an audience that wants to listen to it, why bother? If it sounded good the first time, you don't really need to do too much to change it, and that's what Soulfly I think are doing here. But what I did realise listening to this record is there's a bit more of a tribal theme. They're wanting to kind of bring back in some essences, in some cases as well, which is kind of interesting because this kind of brings me back to the good old roots era of the band with Sepultura. But yeah, I don't necessarily know what Max Cavaliera is wanting to see in this project going forward. I haven't got anything wrong with what Soulfly is doing, but has Soulfly actually had like anything really solid in a while? Like, I quite liked albums like their self-titled or Primitive and Prophecy are great releases, but the more it kind of continues on, the more I just feel like we've had the experience before, and as I said earlier, like, it's fine to do the same thing, it just will be very tiresome looking in hindsight, and I can't mark it down as low quality if they're going to do the same sound, because there's still effort put into the riffs, the vocals and everything, and it still sounds decent. But they're really trying to make this sound like early Soulfly, with even the production having this kind of muddy feel that feels like it's from an older period. Like, this definitely has the sense of 90s written all over it. Matter of fact, if you played this album to me at random and I had to guess what year it would be, I would guess either the early 2000s or 90s. I'm not even joking to you. Like, there is sure some polish here and there, but the way it sounds, it just feels like they're really trying to bring back the very early sound of Soulfly. And this is kind of prominent from the fact that there's a bit more of a new metal influence to it. Well, I mean, they've always been having new metal in their sound, but this one feels like it's trying to lean more into that groove metal, just heavy metal, and they're trying to blend all sorts into it, and I don't think it's quite giving Soulfly the best impression going forward. I quite like the Storm the Gates single because it generally has this very fun energy of Soulfly I like, and that's kind of what this album is. The fun energy of Soulfly I like, but there's nothing new to it. The shtick kind of gets a bit tiresome. The saving graces of this record is the features. Todd Jones on Nihilist is a good idea, but the best song on the album has to be No Pain No Power, which, yeah, I'm not surprised, has Gabriel Franco, has Ben Cook, and it has Dino from Fear Factory. I can definitely tell that Dino was featured on this because there's absolute moments where he just completely rocked. The guitars sound incredible with him on it, and Dino's always been one of the high contributing factors to Fear Factory. Now he's pretty much, I think, the only original member of the band left, and the one that's even keeping Fear Factory's name alive. So I have a lot of respect to Dino here, and his feature is great. But when you kind of get past Genna and then go from Black Hole Scum onwards, it doesn't do anything we haven't heard before. It's the same formula, and it's gonna get a bit more tiresome. But I honestly, I won't lie to you. God, I might have done one up. I prefer this to Totem. Totem is a good album, but I just kind of found it very underwhelming, and just it just kind of felt like the same experience with less flashy, interesting stuff. This one feels a bit more that they're trying to pursue a mixture of the old sound while pushing out with a new record. And I gotta give them credit for trying to do that again, because I'm pretty sure they've done that numerous times. But I do like the way it sounds personally. If this was an album that was years ago and this was one of the earlier records, this would be absolutely looked in the positivity. But because we've heard it so many times, it's going to dampen people's perspective of it. I still think that Everyone behind Soulfly is pretty creative, and I do enjoy it, but yeah, this is definitely far from one of the best metal albums of the year. Gonna give this one a 3 out of 5, pretty much what I gave Totem. So I hope you enjoy, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.